Welcome back to the course. Now that you've got the initial activity completed, we're going to move on to our first part of the content section of the course. So it'll come up in the announcements, but you could also find it found right in here. The first unit overview, when you click on this, it'll open up. And we're doing activity 1, taking stock, assessing myself. So the first part is to join the discussion here. We're going to skip over that. You've already done your introductory discussion, so we're going to move on to completing this survey. So it's going to ask you a whole bunch of questions. You're going to go through and answer them all, and at the end, it's going to give you sort of a score on where you are in the spectrum for transitioning into adulthood. Once you've completed that, you're going to read through this section here explaining the transition to adulthood, and then looking at some young people who reflect upon their stage of life. And there's 4 different cases here. They're very different people, and this is what I would like you to do next: is to choose one case study. So pick one of these people and answer at least 2 of the following questions. So read through these questions, and then you're going to click on Join the Discussion, and you're going to start a new thread and post your thoughts about any 2 of those questions. Then we're going to do an assessment of your personal skills, knowledge, traits, and resources. So there's this whole series of online personal evaluations. So if you look at this one here, you're going to go through, answer all the questions, and then at the very bottom, way down here, you're going to score it, and it's going to give you feedback on that set of skills. And then when it comes to workplace skills, there's another online surveys, same sort of thing. Go through it and take a look at your results. They're really fun. They really do give you an insight into sort of what is it that makes you tick. So once you've completed that, I want you to write a reflection about your personal inventory. So all of these things here, what did you find out about yourself? And they give you some tips on writing a personal reflection in this section right here, if you look through the slideshow. And then they also give you an exemplar, which means a really good example of somebody's personal experience. So you can read over that. And finally, when it says access the rubric, this tells you how you're going to be evaluated on this. All right, so take a look at the scoring scheme. You can stop at that point. Don't proceed to the consolidation point. But that's what I'd like you to do. And once you've created your reflection, now we're giving you the option of putting this in your own sort of format. So if you want to do a slideshow, or whether you would like to do an essay, whatever it might be, you're going to put that work into this Dropbox. So you're going to click on that. You're either going to upload the file or put the link to the website or whatever you've created in there. If you have any difficulties with that, send me an email and I can walk you through. Sometimes, depending on what you've used, it might be a little bit of a challenge to submit your work.